Okay, so today I'm going to be working on creating a bat. So something like this. So the realistic measurement for this for a older male is 33 to 34 inches, but I'm going to be using something slightly different, but in centimeters. So that is turned on. So let me just, if I go to settings, so to change the settings to the unit, you can change this here, but I'll leave it the way it is, leave it on centimeter. So the conversion rate from inches to centimeter is for the 33 to 34 inches is 86 centimeter. So I'm going to be using let me just drop something in here. So to scale this is R, rotate is E, and move is W. That's the shortcut keys. Then select through is Q on the keyboard. So let me just scale this up. And I'll go to measurement to distance. So this I can kind of create the measurements that 86 or maybe 84 to 86 centimeter should work just fine, because it's highly important to kind of get this with real world scale, so that every other thing you're supposed to do on this will kind of flow through, since you're using real world scale for this. So let me just adjust this now. I'll bring this down to somewhere around 8, let me see, maybe 80, 82. No, let me just increase this a bit more. Let me find around 85 to 86 centimeters should be fine. Okay, something like that should be fine. Okay, so now that we have the realistic scale measurement for an adult, for the baseball bats, we can start working on creating the baseball bat now. So this is the measurement we're using actually. So let me just show these guys again. So we have something roughly there, which is still fine. So I'm going to be using a cylinder for this. So dropping a cylinder, hit spacebar to go to the other view. So now I'm using the top view. Then I'm going to adjust this. So click on poly cylinder from attribute editor. Continue subdivision axis to 8. 8 should be fine. Yeah, it should work just fine. So we also need to fix this topology, because we want this to be on all quads. But I need to delete the under parts. So I'll scroll in here, on the side view. I would go to, let me just hide this. So go to display, hide. So the shortcut is Ctrl H. Then to show this, the shortcut is Shift H. So in case I'm using the shortcut keys, so you guys will just know where to find that. So this selected now, let me go to the modeling toolkit. I'll be on face mode. So I'll select the bottom face and I'll delete that. Then in this spacebar to go to the top view, zoom out like so. Let me see, put this side. Okay, yeah, I want to just kind of get this, let me just get this roughly around from the top. So roughly around the top of the measurement, so somewhere around here. Let me just kind of get this as close as possible. Yeah, somewhere around there should be fine. Okay. So now, let me just center this on the grid. So now let me center it. Okay. Yeah, that should be fine. That should be fine. Okay. So if you hold right click down, and then you go to the top, I'll go to the top view now. So let me just scale this even more. Okay. That's way too big. Let me scale this down. Even the pivot is not even in the center, so I was thinking to adjust this. Okay, let me just undo. Let me just see. So go to the center pivoting here. Scale this up a bit. Maybe somewhere around here should be fine. Okay. Yeah, this is fine. So let me just turn off the grid. I think I can use the multi-cut now. So for the modeling toolkit, multi-cut. Then, or you can hold shift down and right click and hold. Then you can go to multi-cut in here. Hold down the shift, right click and hold. Then you can bring out other options that you can use. So just click in here. Also click in here. You can also hold down shift to make this straight if you want to. Let me do that. Let me do this again. Drag this like so. Click in here, hold and adjust it also. That should be fine. Then all the way click to close this. Now hit enter to accept. So now I can go to just click Q on the keyboard to go to the edge mode. So now on edge mode, or you can come to the toolkit and select edge. So select this edge. Let me select all of this edge. Then to delete this, you can click on Control Delete to delete that, or you can go to the Edit Mesh. Then you scroll down, you can see. Now that will delete all the edges on top of this. So the shortcut is Control Delete. Okay, no, this is not what I want. Let me bring this back. I'm supposed to select just this and this and this, then Control Delete to delete that. Now we have this now all in quads, this is exactly what we want. But we're still going to make an adjustment on this. Let me select all the sides. Then with the scale tool, hitting hard on the keyboard, you can scale this out a bit, maybe like so. I can still make adjustment on this and just scale this on this axis. Scale this also on the other axis, just to make this feel a bit rounded. Something like this should be fine. I think I can work with this. So right click and hold edge mode. It's basically the same thing. So double click on the edge. So you have to have an edge loop around this. So now I can extrude this. So I need to extrude this. Let me just get this. You can use the extrude up here. So you click on extrude, or you can hold shift, right click and hold, then drag this to extrude edge. Then click on this to center pivot on this. Then I'll push this down with the gizmo. Just push this down. And just center this, so I kind of do eyeball this and then use that as a reference to kind of model this out. So drag something out like so. Though I'm still going to bring in a reference image on top of this instead of Maya, just to help us better model this with reference inside of Maya. So now I think the length should be fine now. This is realistic length. This is real world scale length, which is fine, which is exactly what we need. Then I'll scale this down. I've not unselected the edge loop, so it's selected. So I'll scale this down from the center. Maybe somewhere around here should be fine. Okay. Let's see the top view. I'll select this edge also. I need to push this down. So just double click on the edge to have an edge loop. Then I'll bevel this. Maybe not. What can we do in here? Maybe I can just push this down instead. Let me just go to my front view and push this down like so. Okay, so somewhere around here should be fine. Okay. Then I can auto smooth this. Just hit 3 on the keyboard. You should do a preview smooth for this. Then select this, hit 1 again to go out of the preview smooth. Okay, I think this is a good start for us. This is a good start. So hitting spacebar to go to other views, and put your mouse cursor on the view you want to expand, and hit spacebar again. Then let's see on the front view. I'm just checking this out just to be sure if everything is working correctly before I move on. Because the next thing I'm going to be doing now is to bring in the reference image in here. So I'll need to think I might just need to hide this measuring tool. Okay, let's see. Let me push this way. Then make sure you're on the front view. Then I'll click on view, click on import plane, import image. So I'll just go in there. Let me just show you guys the image I've been importing in. So this is an image of a baseball bat. So this is a good reference to work with. Then I'm going to be importing this inside of Maya. So I'll select the directory path, paste this in here, hit enter. I already named this, so I'll just name this, click this baseball bat. So this will appear in here, but the scale is just too small, so we need to increase the scale for this. So I'll use the scale tool and just let me turn off the grid for now. Push this to the side and scale this up even more. But even though I'm scaling this up, I still want to use the measurement we have on the side to kind of size this up, just to have something roughly there. Maybe this grid might even help me. I guess not. So I'll just kind of try to scale this and kind of get this roughly in there. Something like this should be fine. Then I can select our base model now and kind of move this in place. Okay. But now we can't view this properly because we have to view this on wireframe mode. So to go to the wireframe mode is up here. Just click on this wireframe. Or the shortcut key is actually 4. Just hit 4 on the keyboard to go to the shortcut key. Okay. Let me just kind of get this in place. Alright. I don't know if you guys can see this in here. But I think I might just have to change the color of this. I'll just change the color. I'll kind of change the color of the background to maybe a bit more darker tone so you can actually see